Bottom right of Catalina, our Protoss winning game 1.
Trap.
And his opponent, one of CJ's ace players, the top right in blue.
CJ into Bbyong.
Is he going to proxy? It looks like it. Kind of weird for this map and this matchup.
Oh, Proxy Reaper can definitely catch you a bit off guard.
Actually, we did see this once in this map with the Reaper.
Oh yeah, we did.
And I can't remember who did it.
It didn't work out, if I recall correctly.
It didn't work, no.
I'm going to pay some very close attention, because when people Proxy Reaper me Wolf, I don't have a good time of it.
No, it's very frustrating.
I can't make my probes into spore crawlers, unfortunately.
No. And they don't regen constantly either. They only regen once they're out of combat. And they don't regen their health either.
It's not fair. Game is imbalanced.
Well, that's how Blizzard has balanced this, actually, is because the Assimilator has more health than the extra.
Oh, okay.
That's how it's fair.
Yeah, that seems logical.
Because Protoss needs a lot more gas.
I think you nailed it. Protoss needs a lot more gas than Zerg, says Wolf.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I guess that Protoss armies in the late game are all gas.
Pretty much. I think that's the reason why Assimilator actually has more health. That's my theory.
Really?
Yeah. Because Protoss is just like so gas dependent on every unit except like the Zealot and the Probe. Like, as a Zerg, you can make Zergling-based armies. Queens they don't cost gas.
I thought, well, I think the reasoning behind it is because it's like a 25 mineral thing that you can do with a drone scout, whereas like it's an actual commitment to make an assimilator on their gas, so it should have more health.
Okay,
whereas
that's also a good point.
Yeah, with a drone scout, if you drone scout, I think, you know, if it had the hit points of an assimilator, maybe you just make it every time.
Yeah,
because you're like, well, it's going to take you 100 years to kill this.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That's why you see so many PvP gas steals as well, because the Assimilator does have so many hit points in PvP, and because Protoss gas is so important. Well, let's see. Here comes the Reaper. It's his first glimpse, and he's going to use the SCV here to actually help out. Good trap on that SCV, but it gives the Reaper some extra time to shoot here.
Yeah.
Mothership Core pops out, though.
Some excellent micros so far from Trap. Wow, really well done.
Oh, my God. He could actually get... Oh, he could have gotten that, I think. Parting would have gotten it, as you guys like to say.
I would say that, but not even Parting can catch a Reaper, okay? Reaper's a cover of butter and quicker than anything.
Zealot here, I don't even know where he was going, but...
Reapers are so quick they can dodge marine fire. Well, he's going to be able to kill this off. Yeah. You know what? That was a really good micro by Trap. I'm really impressed.
Yeah, but good micro by Bbyong as well to get out of there. And would you say this has done enough damage? I would say no.
No. Yeah, I think it was a little bit lackluster, to be honest. 18 SCVs now to 22 probes.
And with no extra CC to make double workers, whereas the Chrono Boost can be used on probes for quite some time. And now he has to make the bunker too, which is 100 more minerals.
Look at how careful we actually have Trap being. This is very interesting. And only 2 probes on each gas, yet 20 probes mining minerals. He's got 3 Stalkers and a Mothership Core, continuing to scout with this probe. This is actually some... Look at 3 blue dots moving around the map right now for Bbyong. Like, he is on top of everything. He's looking for everything.
Yeah.
I think he thought there might be a proxy here based on 2 gas and not much going on at home for Protoss.
Twilight Council goes up instead. I don't think he's going to be able to hide that, though. These 2 Reapers should be able to push past the Stalker if he's brave enough. Oop, he's not brave.
Yeah. Not for now. He might try to poke in later. Oh, okay, he only has 2 Stalkers. Never mind. I could have sworn he had 3. Which would have been really weird before Nexus. 2, though, will make him just pretty much safe. Making the 3rd now.
And now he's going to pop in the main. And let's see if he can actually deny this. Yeah, he can. This makes this Twilight Council a bit scarier. I think he might actually see a DT drop.
Oh!
He's getting a Robo.
You know, that's actually kind of interesting if that is the case. But no, actually, he does go ahead and start Blink.
Unless this is just a fake to show the Reaper.
Yeah, it could be.
I mean, I don't think that's what's happening, but...
The thing is, yeah, he DT dropped in the previous series, so I think that's on the radar of Bbyong. So... Could be kind of a weird move to pull off here.
What are you thinking right now if you're Bbyong after you see this? You see the Twilight Council Chrono boosted right after the Reaper comes in, and then you see a Robo and you're like, what do you think's really going through his head right now?
I think he's wanting me to overreact, probably. And he wants to go into more normal play, like the quick warp prism type of drop after some light stalker harassment, like when you push out against those stalkers. So I think I'm trying to make a plan against that. Like, how do I minimize damage from that Zealot drop, but still am able to push him back to his base?
Yeah. Okay. This is starting to seem like game number 1, because he is getting those 2 observers out.
Mm-hmm.
Game number 1 of the previous PVT, to be more specific.
Yeah,
but,
very much so.
Blink is finishing up here. The second observer's popped out. I mean, he queued both observers instantly when the robo was done, and he was clearly intending to have them from the very beginning. They don't cost that much, so it's not like a big deal to double queue those. Let's see if it warp
QQ those.
QQ
one
those.
might say.
Yeah. It's so funny.
I know, right?
You know, this is actually the most popular messaging app in China. It's called QQ.
Yes, I did, actually.
I used to use that sometimes, but
Is it good?
it's
I
decent.
don't think I've ever used it.
It reminds me of MSN Messenger a lot. Very similar.
I liked MSN back in the day.
Well,
Thank God there's only Skype where you can't sort your contacts. I'm glad that's the only thing left.
Oh, nice catch here. And now if I'm Bbyong, I'm like, that's a lot of stalkers. I got to be like,
Yeah.
A little bit careful with this move out here.
Yeah, you definitely have to be careful. If he just stomps this army, then you're definitely in some trouble. But, you know, Bbyong does have to move out and pressure at least a little bit, right? He can't just sit back at home all day.
If he really commits to this, though, this is scary because he has the Nexus Cannon and a Time Warp he can use here.
Yeah, and he has 2 sentries plus Blink. Like, well, he gets 1 Stalker.
Ooh.
I think that's it, though. Like, you see those 3 sentries,
And
you
you're
don't go
like,
up that
yeah,
ramp.
I'm not even getting close to the ramp when I see those sentries.
Yeah, forget that. Oh, looks like Colossus Tech on the way. I think this game has basically normalized at this point.
Yeah. Now, he didn't get a Warp Prism. However, he does have a forward warping point he can use to attack the 3rd CC once he sees that get sent down to make, if it's made at the 3rd base location, that is.
Well, right now he's actually grabbing an armory. Get those upgrades going a little bit more with the plus attack and a second eBay as well. So we should be seeing a 3rd command center, I would say.
Yeah, I think so.
If he was playing like some 2-base all-in that we've seen a decent amount of lately, especially from Innovation, I don't know that he'd be grabbing that 2nd eBay.
Yeah, I don't think so. You'd probably just go into +2 and +1 for the Vikings and skip the armor.
Yeah.
To favor even just 1 more Marauder with that extra 100 minerals, you know.
Yeah, maybe.
25 there.
Maybe. Well, we do have an Immortal on the way here. Zealot drop looks like it's on the way towards Bbyong's base. Thermal Lance coming up.
Good scan here. It does reveal a lot about what's coming up next. It's not going to be like a weird High Templar build or anything like that.
Well, Bbyong, he's about to have a couple more axes. Has a pretty big, pretty strong standing army at the moment.
Yeah. And there's that second starport, so
well,
we're definitely going to see some sort of timing here.
Never mind what I was saying. He definitely is going for it. Does want those 2-1 upgrades with the +1 air attack.
This Zealot harass is going to see the starports if he actually commits to dropping those.
Yeah, that would actually be really fortunate for him. But thing is, Trap, does he know how to hold off a 2-base all-in like this?
I don't know. We saw some really good players struggle with it yesterday.
Yeah,
so.
even though they basically knew it was coming, like Ruin, right? Like, he started out all right against it, and then it just still killed him. He just took some bad engagements, but I guess we'll see. He sees both of them. So he sees that there's a lot of racks. Yeah. I mean, this drop definitely is doing something. It's a very worthwhile drop as well. But I would say the scouting intel is just as valuable as is the harassment damage done.
He even kills some Marines, and I have to say, like, that's actually pretty huge. That weakens the push ever so slightly. And when you're on 2-base, when you have to, your mining gets disrupted like this, rather than the 3-base version of this, it even hurts you that much more.
Yeah.
Because you're only on 2-base, and you can't afford to be losing any mining because every single SCB counts when you're at 45 workers.
You don't even have as many mules, so definitely more to your point. That is correct. I love this, though. Look, he's going for Psystorm. He stopped at 1 Colossus. Very old-style play, but against what he's facing, which looks to be a 2-base all-in, a perfect style of play. This will counter it. If there are no ghosts, no EMPs, I mean, you just have a handful of Psystorms, and you will crush this army and the SCVs that come with it.
Well, I mean, he's going to have +1 for his Vikings.
Oh, man. He just scanned that while he's making 3 Vikings. He sees all those High Templars and only 1 Colossus. Is he actually still going to go?
I think he is.
I think he has to add a Ghost Academy.
Do the 3 Ghost push, maybe?
I think that there is just no chance for him to break through this.
High Templar is almost ready with Storm. He's going to have to make a do-or-die decision right now. Does he pull the SCVs or not? Maybe he just attacks without SCVs and tries to make something work here, trade efficiently, then take a third.
Yeah, I'm totally down with him doing a little bit of harassment, a little bit of pushing here, see if he can pick something off, but he's got to be careful not to overcommit as well. There's Blink, there's Psy Storm, there's 4 sentries. This battle could go wrong in a multitude of ways.
Could go right, too. I mean, that's a lot of bio to actually, with all these drop ships he has, since he has double starport, he can make so many medevacs, and he is. He's making 3 medevacs at a time now. Could split these units up really tight here.
Big drop going to that main wolf, and there's not a whole lot in here. Yeah, he has that High Templar. Picks it off before any spells. Oh, God, that's a really good move. And he might even get the Nexus.
Yeah. Zealot Warpins here going to force a pickup and get out, but he's got a huge force coming into the natural as well.
Oh, man. There he goes into that natural. All the units out of position. They are coming down this ramp. He does have Psystorm, so he will end up holding this off, pushing it all back, dealing a lot of damage to it.
But he drops again at the main base.
Wow, some great plays right now from Bbyong. Gonna go ahead, hit that third base as well. We see right now Trap trying to split up his army, but not splitting up well enough.
No cancel on the third base. And Stalkers need to blink. There's actually only a few blink Stalkers here. Does pick off the medevac there.
Oh, wow. Wolf, he's just going for the counterattack. Trap has decided this is it. He has to go all in from here. And, you know, I think he's right. He's lost his third base. He lost his main Nexus. This is a tough situation for Trap if he doesn't counterattack and get some damage done.
Yeah, he's going to have to fight this army straight up here. All right, does he have any High Templar with this army? That's really...
He should, I would say. And this is actually turning into a base trade rather quickly.
Yeah, and I don't know what that Nexus cannon... Oh, that Storm! He doesn't even dodge it! He's looking at his other army! This game just turned around real fast, man.
He needs to get on top of these barracks immediately, though. I cannot let Bbyong get extra units because he still has some across the map. Trap may be able to just kill him anyways.
Let's see. He's got a lot of High Templar energy on this one Templar right here at the front. Needs to storm it, and he does. These medevacs are so critical right now. Without them, this army would be nothing.
Well,
yeah, and it may just be nothing anyway. Look at the army supply, 83 to 40. I think he's actually held at home, and now it's just too much. What a great set of decision-making here by Trap.
You know what, from Bbyong as well, the one mistake he made was staying a bit too long down there. GG. Trap goes on to Codes.
4-0.
Yeah.
Dominating the group.
Dominating. But you know what, at least that last game was good. Bbyong's moves were very nice. The thing is, he overdid it. It's very hard. One of the hardest things, I think, as Terran, is to decide when you've done enough damage. And Trap was ultra decisive. While defending that drop in his main base, he had already sent the rest of his army. So he committed a big chunk of units that are very valuable and very important to killing that drop. So if I'm Bbyong, I don't think the counterattack is coming right then. But it was, and it hit him before he was ready. So really fantastic moves by Trap.
Yeah, I gotta say, Trap's gonna be feeling amazing right now. He gets out of his Code group in first place. It's always unfortunate when you have to leave a team for any reason, even if it's to go to a different team that has bigger opportunities. You're always gonna feel a little bit bad about it because you know it's your team. You've been with it for a long time. IM players generally known to be very loyal as well. He's got to, he's shifted out of this team. He's teamless. He gets out of his group 4-0. Being alive, not something that impresses too many people, I feel, but beating Bbyong 2-0, now that's something that you could put on your resume, man.
Certainly it is. But Bbyong is going to have another chance against the winner of Roro versus Alive, which will probably be Roro based on what we saw earlier, but Roro wasn't looking absolutely his best, so who knows? Maybe it's going to be a good match, and we'll see that match after this quick commercial break.